Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. What a matchup we have tonight, Greg, in the front court. I know everyone, you and I included, have been waiting for this one.
And when you got two of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, it's must-see TV. I can't wait to call this one, guys.
Embiid with the steal. Edwards with it. George picks him up. Right side Simmons. Pass to Embiid. Sweet move. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Now here's Giannis. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Seattle. On the wing, Fox. Three-pointer. And it's Seattle with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Now, here's Fox. Embiid with the steal. Out to Edwards. Fires from 18. And the jumper falls for him.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
Now, here's Fox. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
Great at jumping into action on these plays, saving that possession for his team.
Here's KD. Bull making his last shot.
And the defense has to be aware of KD at all times, especially when he's hovering around that mid-range.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, Eric Spoelstra had a few moments to share with me. I asked him about what could tip the balance in their favor tonight, and he said, quote, when Kristaps Porzingis is operating at a high level, it opens up their entire offense. The key for us is to keep Porzingis from having a major impact. If we can do that, it'll be our game to win. Kevin?
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you.
You saw the full power of Joel Embiid on display right there. No one was getting in his way.
Here's Fox. Great D that time from Edwards.
Well, the defense did just enough to force that miss because he is a good finisher.
Pass to Embiid. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
With his size and skill set, the potential is just through the roof for Giannis.
Tim, it feels like the bigger the stakes, the better we're going to see Trae Young play.
Well, Kevin, he's had his moments in the playoffs, and he embraces the spotlight, home or away. He won't shy from being the villain. That's the kind of chip he plays with.
Fox, no good.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
KD, that's for 2. Buries it down low. KD's got his second bucket.
Just working his way inside there. Durant, so good at just finding his shot all over the court.
Over to the left wing. Here's Wembanyama. Over Embiid. And that one's good. Wembanyama.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
Here's George. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for 2, Paul George.
He misses the free throw.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
That is disappointing. He is someone they normally rely on from the line.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
Now, here's Fox. Wembanyama, right side. Here's Bull. Goes back up. Tries yet again. And Embiid with the block.
And when Embiid is doing that, protecting the paint, he's as impactful as anyone in this league.
It's Durant on the wing. Shoots over Fox. And it's Seattle with another.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
When your team is looking at a back-to-back, how do you approach the first game of the 2 champions?
Well, I think you may go to your bench a little bit more early, lengthen your rotation, especially if the game isn't all that close. You're not going to see any starters play heavy minutes in that situation.
Are you thinking as a coach we have a better chance against this team than that team? Does it ever enter that kind of conversation?
It definitely does, but it could also be a dangerous approach if you think there's a particular matchup that doesn't favor you in some way.
Good on the second free throw.
And the height Simmons possesses at the point guard spot is really unique, which makes him tough to game plan against.
It's stolen by Edwards. Simmons inside. And Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Edwards with it. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game.
And he can take off from anywhere at any time. Edwards always a threat.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
And a wide open look for Simmons. Sinks the triple. Simmons got 6.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Pass to Embiid. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. He takes it in. And the dunk by Ball.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Now here's Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Oh, and this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Greg, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message. Now, here's George. Scoreless thus far.
Well, that's a look you rarely see him miss.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Bull. Good. On the jump shot. Bull's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Seattle. 7-point differential. And the rejection by Giannis. Here's Fox. No good with the layup.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
Now here's Simmons. He has 6. Durant for 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And another bucket for him. What a quarter he has had.
Bull up top. Uncovered. Seattle grabs the miss. Outside, KD. Here's Embiid. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And that's his 2nd foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
To the middle. Here's Bull. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Bull's got 8 points.
And continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
And finished off by Edwards.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go. Now, what a great look, but an even better contest. That's how you shut down the painted area.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Bull can't hit.
Wow, you got to commend the defensive effort right there. It really made a difference.
They need a bucket.